You're watching college football on ESPN, presented by Geico. And it's a late night in Laramie. Welcome to War Memorial Stadium, the highest altitude stadium in the FBS, 7,220 feet for the Mountain West Conference opener between Hawaii and Wyoming. Well, it's great to have you with us as always. Chilly conditions, 37 degrees alongside of Tom Ramsey. I am Roy Philpott. Tom, I tell you what, it's going to be a Wild West shootout. We've got one of the top quarterbacks in the country, and Josh Allen, he could be a top 10 pick in next year's draft.
Well, Roy, it's a great way to start Mountain West Conference play for both Hawaii and Wyoming. And as you said, Josh Allen, one of the top quarterbacks in the country, arguably one of the top 3 draftable quarterbacks. And he put up some huge numbers a year ago, 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, only 15 INTs. He's off to a slow start. They've played 2 Power 5 teams in Oregon and Iowa. They had great defensive plans against Josh Allen. And the other thing we saw about Josh Allen, he's missing some weapons this year, so they have to be a little more innovative on offense by formation and not ask him to do everything. They have to get the run game going tonight.
Well, it's nice and sunny and warm over in Honolulu. Different conditions here, and in fact, the temperature's dipped a couple degrees already. They were expecting snow in Laramie earlier this week for this night game, and it looks like the precipitation will hold off. So certainly Hawaii facing some different circumstances on the road. Wyoming won the coin toss and deferred. Rainbow Warriors will receive. Hawaii has not won here in Laramie since 1991. And coming off a bye week, Rainbow Warriors trying to bounce back after a road loss at UCLA. And 2 yards deep. Brought down short of the 20. Poor field position for Hawaii. In our first look coming up at the junior signal caller, Drew Brown. And you know what, Tom? Drew impressed us this week as we had a chance to sit down and talk with him. There is a flag on the field.
I believe they picked up the flag.
And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rainbow Warriors at the 17. Now Brown on the road at UMass completed high percentage of passes for over 391 yards. That was a career high, and a comeback win on the road in game 1 this year, and he'll operate out of the shotgun on 1st down. St. Just joins him in the backfield, and lassoed from behind for a loss of yardage. Carl Granderson, the junior from Sacramento, with a hit.
Well, Granderson's a great defensive end there, holds the edge well, and just makes a nice play that time on the ball, and the ball carrier doing his job precisely how it's drawn up. And Scotty Hazelton's defense are doing a great job thus far, causing a lot of turnovers is that Wyoming defense.
The Asami St. Just in the backfield, flanking Brown on 2nd and long. Brown with time across the middle and a short pickup. Move it out to the 20-yard line. Alawia with the hit. Tiunga with his first catch of the night.
Yeah, Tuiunga, the tight end. He's a flex tight end. He comes off the field now for 3rd down, but he's a wonderful player and a great weapon of that Warrior offense.
3rd down and 7 after a gain of 5 on the pitch and catch. Brown with plenty of time on target at the sticks. All depend on the spot. That should be enough for the 1st down. Gafford in coverage, and the reception made by Ammon Barker, his 8th of the season.
Well, just a good pitch and catch that time. Drew Brown to Ammon Barker. They give Drew Brown plenty of time, no blitz. They're rushing 4. And Barker just knows where the sticks are, and he makes a nice little turn, shows his numbers. Ball's on time and on target. 1st down, Rainbow Warriors.
Well, important to start fast for Hawaii on the road. Lost their last 4 games here in Laramie. 6-man front. Deep handoff to St. Just. And driven backwards. He'll pick up a half yard.
Well, and Roy, the Wyoming defense wants to do just that. They want to stuff 1st downs and get Hawaii into some long yardage situations. And this Hawaii offense is a great mix of run and shoot, pistol, and RPO, the run pass option. We'll get more into that as the night goes on, but Drew Brown is a magician back there at running the blended offense.
We expect to see perhaps as many as 2 or 3 quarterbacks tonight. Brown with time, lobs it deep, far sideline and incomplete. Outstanding coverage by Tyler Hall. Barker the intended target.
Yeah, again, just trying to, they got Barker singled up. They're just trying to go down the sideline on Tyler Hall, the corner. And, you know, why not take a shot? Ammon Barker, 6'4", 225 pounds, going against a smaller Hall. Ball's just a little out of his reach. Ball carries out of bounds. Long third down now facing Hawaii.
Barker will swing out to the bottom of your screen. On third down, Brown will be flushed, and down he goes back at the 25. The sack by Carl Granderson. Thomas' 5.5 sack of the year. And this guy's been a terror in the early part of the season for Wyoming.
Well, they brought some additional pressure that time, and the big ones got home. They still rush forward, but they're running stunts. They're running some TE stunts. Tackles go outside, the ends loop inside, and they're really just wanting to put the pressure on Drew Brown, and they brought a lot of pressure that time and the sack.
Conway drifts back deep to receive the Stan Gaudian punt. And off the side of his foot, it'll stay in bounds in good field position for Wyoming after a punt of just 35. So the Cowboys offense, to say the least, it's been a work in progress. One of the top signal callers in terms of draftability in the nation in Josh Allen. But Tom, you go back to last season, they lost 4 key players that right now are signed with NFL squads.
Well, they are missing quite a few guys. And Josh Allen put up huge numbers a year ago, Roy. More importantly, they're only averaging about 270 yards of offense. And last year they were over 500 yards of offense. So they're missing a huge component, which is their run game.
Deep handoff goes to Milo Hall. He'll get the start as a leading rusher for the Cowboys. He'll test the far side for 4.5 yards. Kaloa Matungi brings him down.
Well, Milo Hall has been the starter in each game prior to tonight. And, you know, I just think you have to show a little bit of that run game early. The Wyoming offense, we talked about missing components of that offense. Tanner Gentry off to the Bears. Brian Hill, the great running back, to the Atlanta Falcons. Jacob Hollister, of course, Bill Belichick and the Patriots nabbed him.
On play action, a quick strike, short of the first down. The pass brought in by Akwali. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, and the other missing component was Chase Roulier, who went to the Washington Redskins, Roy, and he played center, played guard for Wyoming. And right now, Wyoming with 2 freshmen manning the offensive line. Logan Harris starting center, and the right tackle, Alonzo Velasquez.
8-man box, handoff to Hall, needed to cross the 50. He'll do that and then some as the drive continues for the Cowboys.
Well, that's a huge win right there, getting a first down. Last week against Oregon, 8 first half possessions. They went 3 and out 6 times. And when you don't get that early first down, you really just you never get out of the starting blocks. And Milo Hall, even though that wasn't pretty, it was a 3-yard run, that might have been his best run this year.
Austin Conway, the leading receiver for the Cowboys. Out of this formation. And Hall will tap dance his way into plus territory. Pick up 6 yards on first down. And brought down by Daniel Lewis. First possession of the ball game for the Wyoming Cowboys. Wyoming won the Mountain Division here in the Mountain West Conference a year ago. What a great job done by Craig Bohl, the former North Dakota State head coach. And the jet sweep goes nowhere. In fact, tackled all the way behind the 50-yard line. David Manoa with the hits.
Well, just great read and recognition that time by the Hawaii defense. They really stymie Austin Conway. They try to run that jet sweep. He goes in and out, comes back, and not to be fooled. That is really a nice play off the edge by Manoa.
Gonna make it 3rd and 10. C.J. Johnson in motion. And a 4-wide receiver set for Allen. Fires a missile, and it's incomplete, wide of his receiver as it sailed out of bounds. Akwali making the break, Tom, and nothing doing on the opening possession for Wyoming.
Well, and they squandered great field position there, Roy. I just think that the other players that surround Josh Allen have to make plays. They got to make a great play. They just have to make a football play. That hits Akwali right in the hands. It was good enough for a first down. Now they have to punt it away.
Tim Lezeski into the contest for the first time. He'll turn it over nicely. And Hawaii Karam sends it into the end zone. Earlier this morning, Wyoming rededicated their war memorial to honor all Wyoming veterans. Wyoming Governor Matt Mead attended the ceremony, helped unveil the statue along with World War II veteran Bob Willis. So Dennis here in Laramie, a nice gesture. Brown back in, and a quick toss to Ursua, who has a first down, and now Hawaii with momentum. It's a gain of 17 yards brought down by Marcus Epps.
Well, the one thing that Scotty Hazelton, the defensive coordinator, was worried about, Ursua, the run after catch. John Ursua, of course, had a great first game this year for the Rainbow Warriors.
The late handoff ahead to the 40-yard line on first down. That's a gain of 5 for St. Just.
The one thing that I like about the Hawaii offense, Roy, they're always mixing personnel groups, and it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense to see who's in. The two really guys that don't change are Brown and St. Just.
2nd down and 5 for the Rainbow Warriors. Across the middle, and the drive continues in the plus territory. And now Hawaii in rhythm. Rico Gafford with the stop after a gain of 17 yards. Evelico with the reception.
Yeah, nice throw that time. Nice time throw by Drew Brown to Evelico.
St. Just gets upended short of the 40 by Wingard.
Well,
short pickup.
Winger just comes up from that safety position and just delivers a blow. And you'd think St. Just had a little bit of room right there, but boy, Andrew Wingard, they call him Dewey. Dewey just comes flying in and makes the hit. 4th among all active players in FBS. Almost 10 tackles a game.
2nd down and 9, and Wingard a lot of times will sneak up from that strong safety spot for an extra hat in the box. Brown flush straight ahead, and he'll lose a yard. Gaffon with the hit.
Johanna Gaffon, the defensive tackle, really makes a nice play. Stays at home, gets double teamed, and then he sees Drew Brown trying to flush up inside the pocket, and Gaffon just able to really get off the block and make the tackle on Drew Brown.
Johanna Gaffon, the sophomore. Brown lost a yard. 3rd down and 10.
Hawaii so far 2 of 4 on 3rd down tonight.
4-wide receiver set for Brown. A quick strike. Evelico's got it inside the 40, but well short of the number.
And they may go for it here, partner. Nick Rolovich told us before the game they may not kick it. They may go for it here. They really feel like they need to be mentally tough in this game. And a lot of times it's converting those tough 3rd downs and converting on 4th down.
And Hawaii rolling the dice on 4th and 5. Crowd comes to life here in Laramie. Brown, the stutter step, and incomplete. He had a man open. Tyler Hall batted it away at the last second. Ursua, the intended receiver. And the Rainbow Warriors turn it over on downs.
Well, I thought Drew Brown had 2 guys open. He had Tuiunga, the tight end, coming across, and also Ursua.
Cowboys will take over 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line when we come back. Take a look at how both teams tonight can plan for success. Brought to you by our good friends at Northwestern Mutual. And really, it's football. It's not rocket science. Some basics here for both of these squads tonight.
Well, and Nick Rolovich told us this week they had to protect the ball and really kind of maintain possession. You keep Josh Allen off the field that way, and then really for Wyoming, besides establishing the run, how about catching passes from Josh Allen? They have 2 drops thus far. And Josh Allen on tonight, Roy, 2 of 4 for 10 yards, but he's had 2 big drops.
Cowboys will try to run it with Trey Woods, the converted linebacker, ahead to the 45-yard line, and a gain of 6 on 1st down as Jelani Tavai wrestled into the turf.
Well, Tavai is a great player for Hawaii at that middle linebacker position, but I'm happy to see Trey Woods in there. He got a little more action last week against Oregon. He runs hard. His pad level's a little high right now, but he will come and hit the hole. They just need a spark on this offense.
Cowboys in search of some kind of rhythm. Their all-world quarterback running the show. Deep handoff to Woods. And far side on 2nd and 4 will gain 2. Call it 3. As Tavai, another stop for the last play of our first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
An interesting start in Laramie. Second quarter coming up. Well, busy day indeed, Chris. We appreciate that here in Laramie. Start of the second quarter. The Mountain West Conference opener between the Rainbow Warriors and the Wyoming Cowboys. Chilly night. What we thought was going to be a Wild West shootout has now transpired thus far. There's Conway in motion straight ahead on 3rd and short. And that'll move the chains. So Josh Allen, a 2 for 4 start through the air, will run for the 1st down here inside of War Memorial Stadium.
Well, now they're 2 of 4 on 3rd down tonight, and they have a grand total of 25 yards.
Well, just their 2nd first down of the evening. Cowboys averaging just 14 points per game coming in. And as we highlighted earlier, the loss of 4 key players from last year's squad now on NFL rosters, including Brian Hill, the dynamic running back. Play action now for Allen on 1st down. Sails it out of bounds. An errant pass. As James Price seeing the field for the first time this season, now healthy after breaking his collarbone, as the intended receiver.
That one got away from him a little bit. That one that was a little spin out of control for Josh Allen, but you know, he's going to have those throws a little high and wide that time to James Price, but James Price just getting back on the field, had the collarbone injury, and as you said, he will be an impact player tonight for Josh Allen.
Johnson in motion. Wood straight ahead, met by a couple of Hawaii defenders at midfield, and no gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. Well, we talked with offensive play caller Brett Vegan this week for the Wyoming Cowboys, and we asked him, what is Josh Allen's mentality right now? I said, is he disappointed? Is he upset? And he said, well, it's probably a little bit of all the above. And I said, are you in his ear at all? And he said, well, we wanted to get that chip back on his shoulder. From the 49, Allen with time delivers a strike across the middle. That'll move the chains. Tyree Mayfield, the tight end, his 5th catch of the season. It's a gain of 16 brought down by Russell Williams.
Well, they went 2 wides on either side of the ball, so they had 4 wideouts, and then Mayfield just worked the middle of the field. He did a nice job sitting down, and he gave a real nice picture that time to Josh Allen. Allen putting it on the numbers. Finally, someone made a play outside of Josh Allen.
Tom, those plays have been there this year at times, and they just haven't been able to connect. High formation, Allen under center on 1st and 10. Trey Woods back in. Trey Woods right up the middle. Trey Woods towards the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. His first score of the year, Tom.
That's exactly what the Wyoming offense was looking for. Instead of everyone looking around and looking at Josh Allen to make a play, someone else had to step up. And right here, This is a great block, lead block by the fullback. It's power football. They run right up the middle. Trey Woods, the converted linebacker, races into the end zone for the touchdown, and Wyoming on the board. First strike.
Cooper Roth on for the extra point. Right between the pipes, and our new score. 13:22 remaining in the first half, and the Cowboys strike first. The first career touchdown for Trey Woods, 6 in Brown from 34 yards out.
Well, Wyoming with the touchdown by Trey Woods. Take a look at the lead block. Drew Van Manen just smokes the defensive end, creates the hole for Trey Woods, and a nice block by Gavin Rush, too, the guard who ended up pulling around, getting up to the second level, blocking the linebacker, and that makes Craig Bull happy.
And St. Just, a nifty run straight ahead, crossing the 35. That's a gain of 18. Epps brought him down, and Hawaii moving the football these last two possessions, nothing to show for it yet.
Diosemy St. Just, when he puts his foot in the ground, he's an impressive runner. He has 2 200-yard games in his career. He had one 200-yard game earlier this year against Western Carolina on 25 rushes and a TD. But again, this Hawaii offense moving the ball around to different parts, and I'm still waiting to get the ball to Tui Unga, the tight end.
Only one catch so far. St. Just upended, crossing the 40 by Wingard. It'll bring up second down.
You know, Wyoming really has gotten good play out of that front seven, and so usually they do a good job of stuffing the run. St. Just, not a big, tall guy, but a powerful back.
And it's interesting talking to the Hawaiian coaching staff this week. They said, you know what, he's great in pass pro. He'll stick his nose in there. Tom, he was a former quarterback. He can be your best friend. He'll get the call again. And the far side Gallup crossing the 45. It'll make it third and short. Gaffon, his third tackle tonight, brought him to the turf. So St. Just will tap out.
On Hawaii, 2 of 5 on third down tonight. They come into the game averaging 45% on third down. So this is a crucial third down for Hawaii in response to the Wyoming touchdown.
Brown will throw it. He needs less than 2 right at the sticks. Diving grab made by Colley. And it looks like he's going to be just short.
I think they're going to mark him short. They did not give him a generous spot at all.
Rolovich has already rolled the dice on fourth down once tonight. Will he do it now in his own territory?
Boy, they did not give them the benefit of I thought where the ball landed, Dylan Colley is right about the 40, about the 48. That's where he had to get.
Fourth down and short coming up for Hawaii. Tuiasoa in there as the jumbo back for the Rainbow Warriors. 8 in the box for the Cowboys. Hawaii 2 of 9 on fourth down this season. And Tuiasoa straight ahead's got the first down and then some. Plows his way to the 41-yard line, plus territory, and Hawaii in business.
Ryan Tuiasoa, the short yardage back for the Rainbow Warriors, and Drew Brown just makes a really beautiful read on the zone read, and watch his eyes. He's reading that interior line, and boy, they did a nice job opening up the holes. John Wa'a, the left guard, one of the leaders of that line, along with Dejon Allen. Really a nice play that time by Hawaii.
Drive continues. Brown looking downfield. Now flush. RPO. Far sided. A nice pickup on first down. He'll gain 9. St. Just, the running back, bails out his signal caller.
Well, and a nice read by you, partner, on the RPO. A tough one to really kind of diagnose, but they have the run-pass option built in so many of their pass plays. And what it does, it allows Drew Brown to scan downfield and go through a progression, and then he has still an option of run or pass. That time, before the line of scrimmage, he threw it out to St. Just. Nice decision.
See if Hawaii wants to take a shot on second and short. And Brown looking long, steps up. And St. Just again with a grab. A nifty move into the red zone. And hit backwards down to the 19-yard line by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 15 and some rhythm here between quarterback and running back.
Well, that's a great football play on both sides of the ball. Not only does Drew Brown step up into the pocket, avoids the rush, he keeps his eyes on St. Just. St. Just makes a nifty play right there, hurdling a defender, and then Logan Wilson just comes and rocks him.
Cole McDonald back in at quarterback, the dual threat. Rainbow Warriors threatening really for the first time tonight in Laramie. St. Just will test the left side, crossing the 15. He's a hard runner, keeps those legs churning, not afraid of contact, and pretty good speed.
Yeah, Drew Brown comes back in. Cole McDonald does his part, and you know, don't be surprised. Cole McDonald, it's run, run, run every time he's in. Don't be surprised if he pulls it one time and throws it down the field. But right now, Drew Brown back in at quarterback. And again, I'm gonna identify the tight end at the far side of the screen. Tuiunga, still a dangerous player for Hawaii in the red zone.
6'5", 240. He's been open a lot this season. In the flats, Ursua, a nice move. And then a strong finish inside the 10.
Again, Ursua just doesn't go down on the first tackler. First game of the season for him against UMass. 12 receptions, 272 yards. And Craig Bowl said, man, this guy, he's slippery. We gotta corral him.
First down and goal for Hawaii. Cole McDonald back in at quarterback. Interesting to see how Nick Rolovich is utilizing his signal callers tonight.
A lot of pressure on the Pokes defense right here.
He'll fake the handoff to St. Just. McDonald will pick up a couple.
Andrew Wingert again, the strong safety coming up, and he just reacts so well when he sees run. His hat and shoulder pads are up into the linebacker and almost to the line of scrimmage. He gets to that linebacker level so quick, and that's what a good strong safety does. And again, you mentioned Roy earlier, he had over 131 tackles last year. He had over 122 the year before that.
Tuiunga back in at running back. He'll get the call straight ahead, and from the 4-yard line he plows his way down to the 1. Ryan Tuiunga has Hawaii in position to try to tie this game. They'll rule him down officially just outside the 2. All right, third and goal here. What do you do, partner?
Well, I still, right now, St. Just coming back in. I liked when Tuiunga is in the game. I think he gives you quite a bit of hammer, but right now you have Drew Brown and St. Just back in. Look for a little zone read.
Shovel pass straight ahead and stacked up inside the 1. Maluia with the hit to prevent the touchdown. And now 4th down and goal coming up.
I love the play call, though. I love the play call because it's a wrinkle where they end up pitching forward to Tuiunga, and Unga just not able. The ball's a little bit behind him. Drew Brown, though, really had to work it around a defender. So now you have 4th down and about a yard.
Tuiunga back in at running back. 13th play of the drive coming up on 4th and goal. Tuiunga right side for the touchdown. Fourth touchdown of the season for big number 48.
Good football by the University of Hawaii that time, and Nick Rolovich really believing in his guys. You see the down blocks, and big Dejon Allen pulls around and gets the final block. And, you know, that's just power football right there. And, you know, a team that runs a lot of spread, a lot of run and shoot, a lot of RPO, they can bring the hammer too.
Alex Stefanovic on for the extra point. He'll split the uprights to tie us up at 7. Halftime report coming up right now. You're watching college football on ESPN, presented by Geico. Mountain West Conference opener between Wyoming and Hawaii. We are tied at 7. Second half coming up right now. Cowboys going to receive the second half kickoff. Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott. We take a look at our first half stats, and really the numbers paint the picture. Really wasn't great defense, Tom, more than the offense is kind of fumbling things around a bit.
No, only 5 first downs for Wyoming in the first half. And I think remarkably, though, Roy, it's almost a 2-to-1 in time of possession. Hawaii's had the ball over 19 minutes. Wyoming's only had it for 10:48, which fits right along Coach Nick Rolovich's really game plan, was keeping the ball away from Josh Allen tonight.
From the 7, tripped up crossing the 25, a nice return. 1st and 10 coming up for the Cowboys. So take a look at our first half highlights. Couple of scores on the board, one for each side.
Well, Wyoming finally got a spark, and it wasn't from Josh Allen. It was from Trey Woods. He busted loose for a 34-yard run right up the middle. Had a nice block by the fullback, Drew Van Manen. And then Hawaii responded with a touchdown of their own, and the big fullback Ryan Tuiasoa came in. But Josh Allen really just got a lot of pressure in the first half. They brought the linebacker, Tavai, and then a few drops by C.J. Johnson. That hurt, and they just haven't been untracked offensively.
Cowboys trying to find a rhythm tonight. Shoved out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Trayvon Henderson with the stop as Harshman makes his second catch of the night.
Trayvon Henderson has had a quiet but really good first half. He made a couple plays. We didn't call his name a whole lot, but he was around the football, and he's one of the leaders of that defense in the back end.
Now, thus far, Drew Brown has outperformed his counterpart, Josh Allen. The drops playing a factor there with Allen's lack of production. Woods back on the field, power formation, as he'll hop across the 30. Third medium upcoming on the first possession of this second half.
And I think what the Hawaii defense found out, that they can stack the box a little bit, put a little more pressure on Josh Allen, and make him drive the ball down the field. Here's the thing, though. Hawaii's defensive backs match up pretty well. They don't have a game breaker on the Wyoming offense. I'm still looking for James Price, number 80, who's on the far side up top. It's his first game back for the Pokes, and look for him to get the ball tonight.
Allen looking his direction, then fires it incomplete. Nico Evans out of the backfield, couldn't corral it. 3 and out for the Pokes.
That's just a bad read by Josh Allen. He has a little bit, he's working weak, and he has James Price running a turn, and he has the back swinging. You read the coverage. I thought James Price had a chance to catch the ball that time for the first down, and Allen just came off it too soon.
Ursua back deep to receive this Zaleski punt. And rolled down near the 30-yard line. 39-yard punt. Deep handoff. Squirting through near midfield. A flag on the field. Could be a face mask as Wingard stopped him for a gain of 6.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 28. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And a rare mistake by 28 in brown and gold. Nearly ripped the helmet off as St. Just burst through the hole.
Andrew Wingard gets tagged there. He has the upper part of the helmet, and you know, the referees get the good look at it. If the umpire is right there, so he's a lot closer than we are. and the flag comes out.
From the 41, Brown with time across the middle. Pass is caught to Uyunga with the grab, his second of the evening, and a quality pickup on first down.
Again, really good play call. First down, a nice control throw to the tight end. He just runs a little seam route, just a little bit of a turn route. I made a living on that ball right there.
And Drew Brown can as well.
Yeah, you know, Tim Reitman, Paul Bergman, where are you? I know right where the tight ends are all the time.
Officially a gain of 5. St. Just straight ahead. First down, Hawaii and more. Finally, a shoestring tackle, the 21 by Robert Priester. That's a gain of 10.
Good running by St. Just. You know, he keeps his pad level low, and he has a real nice spin move there. And 15 attempts, 65 yards. Only along a 13, but those are tough yards.
We talked with Scott Hazelton this week, defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, and he said, you know, he kind of reminds you of a scout team running back because he does so many different things, and you never know what he's going to do. He could run over, you could go around you. You know, sometimes maybe a play is taken off every once in a while, but he usually bounces back, and we're seeing that tonight. Brown wants to go deep, floats it. Incomplete to Uyunga, the intended target, and Priester in coverage. Did a nice job that time.
There's that red zone target of Uyunga, the tight end, running a corner route. Again, Drew Brown, they rushed for, didn't pressure him too much. Had a nice look at the route, but it was very good coverage that time by Wyoming, who's toughening up now in the red zone. This Wyoming defense, they're one of the ranked 7th in the country forcing turnovers. They come into tonight's game having forced 8 turnovers, 5 fumble recoveries, 3 INTs.
Cole McDonald back on the field. Flag on the field as well, as McDonald will be corralled and will lose a couple of yards. Andrew Wingert gets his revenge after the face mask.
Nice play by Wingert that time, diagnosing the play, and then again, just getting a hat to the football. Really quick that time from his defensive back position.
Illegal formation. Offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is third down.
Well, third down and long coming up for the Rainbow Warriors on their first possession of this second half.
Well, they weren't great on third down in the first half. They were 3 of 9. They did go for it 3 times in the first half on fourth down, converting 2 of them. So this may be another 2-down territory. If you get a big chunk right here on third down, you don't have to get all of it. You just have to get a portion of it if you're Hawaii.
Crowd back in it. 3rd and 19. Brown will buy some time, looking downfield. And a pass will be caught. That'll move the chains. A nice job by the quarterback, Dylan Collie, another reception. And the drive continues after a gain of 23.
Well, we talked to Brian Smith, the offensive coordinator, and Craig Stutzman, the quarterback coach. I talked to him before the game. They work on the scramble drill all the time in practice. And you see where Dylan Collie, he'll come across the field and work slightly back to the quarterback, gives him a great picture. And Drew Brown, again, laser with the throw right on the mark. First down, Rainbow Warriors.
Empty backfield. Barker splits out wide. Brown looking towards the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. Wingert's got it. Ushered out of bounds. A huge mistake by Drew Brown. I'm not sure that he saw Wingert right across the middle of the field.
Well, there's that opportunistic defense by the Pokes. A nice play. Andrew Wingert from his safety position. I think he spied the quarterback a little bit, Roy. I think you're right. I don't think Drew Brown ever saw him.
5th interception for number 2 in white this season.
Well, it's those deceptive coverages. You know, you're trying to get the ball out quick. You're trying to get it.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the interception team. Number 60.
Chris Posa.
Penalty for the end of the return. First down.
Transfer from Alabama.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a, it was kind of a bit of a push is what it was. But again, when you put your hands on the Other team, you're going to draw the flag. Tied up.
Drew Brown's interception, some late antics on both sides of the ball. Brown did a nice job actually to try to corral Wingard after the pick.
Well, he did. Keep an eye on him. I'm going to give him credit for the tackle. Although he does go low. Does he really make the tackle? Well, maybe in the stat sheet, maybe not, but it's called self-preservation. Johanna Gaffan almost took his head off.
Some tough running by Trey Woods. Brought down by Tavai after a short pickup. Well, the Cowboys came into this ball game tonight, Tom, averaging just over 80 yards on the ground. The offense has been a major question mark. But I'm looking at Josh Allen's numbers. He's had a couple of drops, 6 of 13 through the air. 49 yards passing for a player that could be considered one of the top quarterbacks in the country for next year's draft. You saw Wingard there on the bench. What's wrong, and how much is his confidence hurting right now given the slow start this year?
I think his confidence is hurting a lot.
In around for Woods. Jet sweep action ahead to the 45 and a nice pickup. Third and short coming up.
And Roy, going back to this past year's draft, Adam Schefter, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that an NFL GM told him, mark my words, Josh Allen is going to be the first pick in the 2018 draft. And I still think that's possible. However, his confidence has been a little rattled, but I think it's because of what you mentioned earlier. Their running game is off 125 yards average per game. And you got to convert on third down.
We'll have an opportunity here. Allen off the back foot. Nearly a pick six in coverage. Hudson Rasmussen. He probably should have had that one, and he probably should have scored. Another dangerous toss for Allen.
Offense, number 78. That penalty is declined. Result of the play brings up fourth down.
And insult to injury, it becomes a holding call on top of this. But you're right. All of a sudden, the defensive back Hudson Rasmussen has a great break on the ball. But they're running, it's just a pattern read. You know, the guy's running a square out at 6 yards to get the 5 yards he needed, and he jumps the route, and he almost goes the other way with it.
Zaleski back on the field, turns this one over beautifully. Ursua waves for the fair catch. First and 10 at the 11 after the 45-yard punt for Hawaii.
Media timeout.
Late night in Laramie. Popcorn being cooked outside. Back inside of War Memorial Stadium, Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott. We're tied at 7. Mountain West Conference opener for both Hawaii and the Cowboys of Wyoming. Now the fear for bad weather tonight kept some of the Cowboys faithful back at home. Rowdy turnout, hoping their Cowboys can find a way to win their conference opener. Brown out of the shotgun, and a dangerous toss to Ursua. He's brought in at the 19-yard line. Well, Ursua has gone off a couple of times this year. And Hawaii would like nothing more than to see him do the same thing tonight.
Ursua's a tough kid. And we talked about at break that the game has been, it's been clunky by each offense. But now's the time to really make things happen. Players have to make plays. Ursua just snags the ball that time away from Ortiz. That's a great catch. Great hands. Right at the point where he needed it. Comes down with a nice gain.
Empty backfield against the zone tunnel screen. Shake and bake, and Ursua is second grab in as many plays. Tackled by Carl Granderson. That'll move the chains.
Ursua's a special guy. We were able to talk to him for a little bit as well. Hails from Kailua Kona, the Big Island. Went on a mission. Was over in Paris, France for a while. And he really grew as a young man. And you know, just when guys come up and they come and seek us out, say hello, just have a conversation. Those are the special guys you meet along our pathway in college football, and it really makes it fun.
Nifty run for Drew Brown, upended crossing the 30. Oui, as Ursua is fluent in French.
Yes, he is.
He's an international man of mystery, number 5 in white for Hawaii. You liked that, didn't you?
I did like that. And I like what Hawaii's doing on offense right now, Roy. They're getting really good games on first down, and it's punishing the Wyoming defense because now they're getting, second shorter, third and short. They're putting the pressure back onto that Wyoming D, they've been opportunistic this year. They had an interception on the last series by Wingert.
11 turnovers cashed in for the Cowboys this season. Tuiunga moved the change yet again. A nice pitch and catch ahead of the 45.
Well, there's the safety valve. There's the special guy. Tuiunga shows up on film. When you see him run and watch him just kind of sits down, a little stick route, doesn't go down on the first hit. They had 8 guys in the box that time too, looking for a run, and that time just changing it up a little bit, throwing on second down.
7 in the box, floats it downfield. Barker, a leaping catch, 2 feet inbounds, and the drive continues.
Well, they brought pressure that time. Logan Wilson blitzes from the middle linebacker position. Drew Brown gets the ball out quick, and that's the key to the play. And Ammon Barker just goes up and gets it. I mean, he's 6'4" already, but he goes and high points the ball over Rico Gafford, who's the nickel back, and that's a really nice play by Barker.
From the 29 on first down. St. Just, a stutter step, a hop, a skip, and a jump, and he'll pick up 5.
Well, watch this. St. Just running zone to the right side. Watch his hurdles. The top tackler in the Mountain West Conference. Makes it look easy. Wingert, 28, comes barreling in, and the strong safety gets nothing.
Tuiasoa checks back in, has scored the only touchdown of the night for Hawaii. And the bruising back will get the call again. Right up the gut. First down and more. First and goal for the Rainbow Warriors, and Hawaii in business, in rhythm in this third quarter.
Boy, Marcus Epps, the free safety, making just a shoelace tackle. Tuiasoa again, zone read. Great block down the field that time by the Hawaii left guard, John Wa'a, number 51, one of the leaders of that line. What a play.
After a gain of 17, first and goal. Hawaii looking for its first lead of the night. Ursua in motion. Brown looking his direction. Pass is caught. And a gain of 4 will make it second and goal. Waluia with the tackle.
A lot of first down throws by Hawaii. And again, that really, it pains a defense when Drew Brown coming over and they're going again with Cole McDonald. Nice mix of personnel groups by Nick Rolovich.
This drive started back on the Hawaii 11-yard line on the 11th play. McDonald more of a decoy on second down, and St. Just stacked up, driven backwards. Gaffon with the hit, and an important play coming up.
Gaffon really makes a nice play there and shakes off a blocker. And nice play by big number 93. This is a huge down for Hawaii. Drew Brown back in the game at quarterback, and I'd expect them to throw the ball here. They're far enough out, Roy, where, third and 6, third and goal from the 6. Again, who do I like down here? I like the tight end, number 7, Tuiunga.
On third and goal, Brown looking towards the end zone, floats it, and nobody home.
Well, they went to Tuiunga. They were hoping for a little jump ball near the back of the end zone, and you know what? That's a good incompletion in my book.
Well, a field goal here may be enough to win this game tonight.
Yeah, watch Tuiunga. He releases, and he's just trying to read it, and then he goes underneath Logan Wilson. And Logan Wilson, that's a nice job in coverage by him. But he kind of broke at the last moment. Drew Brown wasn't expecting it.
On the way, and good. And Hawaii grabs its first lead of the night, and we'll check a penalty. A late flag on the field again.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense, number 9. Half the distance to the goal results in an automatic first down.
Do you take the points off the board?
Automatic first down. So yes, you take the points off the board. Tyler Hall coming off the corner ends up roughing, and sure enough, that is roughing. You cannot run into the kicker. Ryan Meskel really takes a shot on that right leg, but Hall with a crucial mistake that time, given the Rainbow Warriors the first down inside the 5.
And that was actually Alex Stefanovic who snuck in there for the short field goal attempt. So instead of a 10-7 lead for Nick Rolovich and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, take it back to 7-7, first and goal again. The Asami St. Just back on the field. Brown out of the pistol. Hat on hat, deep handoff, and touchdown Hawaii. The mistake by the Cowboys comes back to bite them. St. Just into the end zone from 5 yards out. And he appears to be shaken up. Hawaii now with its first lead once again.
Timeout for an injured player.
I believe St. Just has a cramp in his leg. It wasn't pretty in the backfield. Drew Brown kind of looked to hand it off. He barely got the ball to Diasami St. Just, but then, boy, when St. Just puts his foot in the ground and hits the hole, he hits it going 100 miles an hour. And that is a big momentum swing right there for the Rainbow Warriors. They go up 13-7.
2 time-consuming scoring possessions tonight for Hawaii. One totaling 7.5 minutes. That last one just under 7 minutes. And that one off the upright, banks in for a 14-7 advantage for Hawaii. We've seen a little bit of everything this evening.
Yeah, they just run power. Drew Brown handing off to St. Just. Rainbow Warriors up 14-7.
Back here in Laramie, a late night in the Mountain West. Conference opener for the Rainbow Warriors and the Cowboys, and Hawaii on the road trying to steal one. Taking the lead for the first time moments ago alongside of Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott. Nico Evans and Tyler Hall back deep to receive the kick. And with a burst far side goes Hall. In a foot race. Can he get there? Touchdown, Wyoming. 98 yards. And what a response.
I'm going to call this the redemption play for Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall got flagged. He got flagged for the roughing the kicker penalty, which put the Wyoming defense against the wall with a first and goal from the 5-yard line. Hawaii converted, got the touchdown, but Tyler Hall gets shot out of a cannon and goes the distance for the score. Come on, get excited. You have to get excited at this. Tyler Hall rips one off, and he hits the burners.
First time since 2007 the Cowboys have had a kickoff return for a touchdown. And just like that, we are tied at 14 and don't go anywhere. That Wild West shootout we were anticipating, perhaps.
Welcome to the Mountain West Conference.
39 seconds remaining here in our third quarter, tied at 14 points apiece. After the 98-yard kick return for a touchdown by Hall just moments ago. Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott, a chilly night in Laramie. And after the penalty, Wyoming now forced to kick from its own 20. Haleakala across the 30. You see the numbers. It's been a quality start for Drew Brown on the road. Hawaii's last win in Laramie all the way back in 1991. Ammon Barker has it corralled, driven out of bounds after a short pickup.
Another first down throw by Hawaii, and Drew Brown really has been special so far this year on the season. He came in as a 61% thrower, 7 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, 772 yards. And you know, I think it's really his decision-making, Roy, that's so good tonight. He had the 1 interception. Wingard jumped in the passing lane and grabbed it, but he has done a spectacular job protecting the football.
That's like a new season, the conference opener here in the Mountain West. We are tied beginning the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, we've got a barn burner here in Laramie, the Mountain West Conference opener for both Wyoming and Hawaii. 2nd down to begin the 4th quarter. Brown with time. Pass is batted down. Garrett Crawl in the mix. Got his big mitt on it. Sent it to the turf.
Tell you what's remarkable for Jim Mora. Before we look at the numbers of these two players, Josh Allen tonight, 6 of 14, 49 passing yards. Ouch.
He hasn't been good.
Josh Rosen, 21 of 33, 224, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jim Mora has never beaten Stanford nor Washington.
Rainbow Warriors need 21 here in Laramie, Wyoming. Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott, Brown. Want a little bit of time, dumps it off for a short pickup ahead to the 30. Ammon Barker, his 5th reception of the night, a gain of 9 with Ortiz making the stop.
Well, Ammon Barker really has been a playmaker with that 5th catch. He has really been a dynamic player for Hawaii and been, you know, he's gotten the ball, even though they're short, you know, by 12 yards of the first down. That's a nice gain, because at least now when you punt it away, you're not going to give Wyoming the field position at midfield. They're going to be backed up a little bit, and they really haven't done anything, very little on offense tonight.
Got in from the 20. End over end, a low line drive kick. Rolls out of bounds after a nice Hawaii bounce. 1st and 10 from the 14. Josh Allen on the field after the 56-yard punt. Michigan was tested earlier today as well. Straight ahead, and there goes Trey Woods. A 34-yard touchdown run already. Can he do it again? Corralled out of bounds. Woods has been the spark tonight for the Wyoming offense. That's a gain of 58.
They've looked for a spark, any kind of spark on offense tonight. And Trey Woods comes up big for the Pokes. He hits the hole again. Nice block. Nice guard around that time. Again by Gavin Rush. The off guard looping around, and Woods again with a big play for that Wyoming offense.
Well, he's not Brian Hill as Kellen Overstreet checks in the game for the 2nd time tonight. Conway in motion. Overstreet straight ahead. A punishing run inside the 5. Back to Woods just for a second. Craig Bohl told us this week he's got some promise, and he reminds us a little bit of Hill when he was a youngster here in Laramie. Meanwhile, Overstreet, his first carry of the night, and a big one at that.
Woods kind of looks like Brian Hill a little bit.
If I'm Brett Vigen, offensive play caller, I'm giving the ball to number 6 in brown and gold a couple of times in a row. Power formation. And he'll get the call again. Trey Woods, converted linebacker. He didn't make the switch to offense, and really until after fall camp, Tom. Was recruited to Hawaii. They thought of him as a running back. Wyoming did initially as well, and had a bigger need at linebacker initially, and then they decided to go ahead, and if he was going to play this year, it was going to be on offense, and it has paid dividends. And the Rainbow Warriors traveling here to Laramie without 3 defensive linemen tonight, including a starter, Yane Moala. Wyoming trying to push around that defensive front, end around. Conway dives for the end zone. Well, the jet sweep works that time for the brown and gold, and Wyoming back out in front.
Well, everyone's looking for Trey Woods, and next thing you know, here comes Austin Conway, and a nice little wrinkle by Brent Vigen. It's just the action, and it's the eye discipline that the Hawaii defense doesn't maintain there. And their eyes end up going with the lead. They miss Conway coming around for the score.
Now the Cowboys trailed by 7 just 4 minutes ago. A kick return for a touchdown and a quick drive. And they've turned that 7-point deficit into a touchdown lead. The Rainbow Warriors with work to do now, trailing by a touchdown after the Austin Conway score moments ago. Haleakala across the 20 with a running lane and tripped up at the 45.
I love what Hawaii's doing tonight on first down. They continue to throw the ball, make big plays, and they keep driving the ball up the field.
Empty backfield, tunnel screen. Ursua's got it. Ahead to the 40, a gain of 3. Carl Granderson, another tackle. Well, Hawaii, no stranger to the comeback. They did it on the road at UMass in week 1. Not as fortunate in their last outing at UCLA. Trying to mount the comeback on the road in Laramie, where they have not won since 1991.
Well, they're getting some of the matchups they like. They're getting man-free coverage a little bit from Wyoming.
Off the zone read, St. Just. Up to the 47-yard line, 3rd and short coming up. Gain of 6.
And what Wyoming's doing defensively right now, Roy, they're starting to commit an extra hat down into the box. And Andrew Wingert, number 28, he's coming in and he's becoming that 7th or 8th man in the box. They're running man and man free behind it. If you're ever going to take a shot deep, you're not going to do it right now on 3rd and 1. You're going to get the first down. Hopefully, if you're Hawaii, but look for Hawaii to throw the ball if they convert this first down.
8 in the box. St. Just a stutter step, a jump cut ahead to midfield, and that'll move the chains.
So on first down, typically you'd want to run the football, but Hawaii's done such a good job tonight throwing on first down. I think here you might even take a shot deep, maybe a little double move outside. John Ursua has been a difficult one to cover. He's up top of the screen, actually in the slot. Barker's up top, so Ursua moves to the slot, but maybe there's a little play action and you take one of your shots deep here.
Tuiasoa back on the field, 48 in white for the Rainbow Warriors. Flanking Brown, drops back to pass in the seam. Ursua's got it. Off to the races. Touchdown. And that's as fast for 50-yard pitch and catch as you're ever going to see.
Maybe I could run the run and shoot offense. You got to go to your playmakers, and Ursua has been such a good playmaker tonight for the Rainbow Warriors, and really Drew Brown.
He's reporting with a new number from 95 to 67 on Hawaii.
Well, and that concept there, Roy, that's a run and shoot concept. You're just racing guys up the seam, and just a spectacular throw that time, and really well timed by Drew Brown, putting it right on number 5's chest plate, and he's able to get into the end zone for the score and pending the extra point. We're all tied up.
Stefanovic will try to tie it up right between the pipes. 89 yards in just 7 plays. The largest, or rather the longest play of the night for Hawaii.
Well,
Ursua on fire.
And they converted the first down, and the first down touchdown Hawaii.
Gafford from the 9. Crossing the 30 ahead of the 32. So Trey Woods already over 100 yards. We'll tack on a few more, crossing the 40 here. Mark him down at the 41, a gain of 8. And Tom, honestly, I'm not so sure that I just keep handing it off to number 6 until Hawaii proves that they can find a way to stop this guy.
Well, that's a nice gain on first down, though, with a run. And Trey Woods has done a nice job tonight. 11 rushes, 120 yards, and a score. But I've worked enough Wyoming games, Roy, to know number 17 can light you up. You talk about getting hot. Josh Allen can get hot in a hurry.
Offset eye, Conway. Will fake the jet sweep. Woods straight ahead, plus territory. First down. Jelani Tavai brought him down after a gain of 11, and it could have been worse.
Well, I loved what Craig Bohl, the head coach from Wyoming, told us yesterday in his office. He said, you know, we're just trying to find a replacement for Brian Hill. And, you know, well, Trey Woods kind of looks a little bit like Brian Hill. Not really, but it's perception, right? Sometimes the eyes do matter.
Well, we mentioned it briefly to start this second half. Hawaii without 3 defensive linemen tonight. Jumbo package, play action. Allen down the field and incomplete. Looking for Harshman. And that's when Allen probably wants back, as Harshman was wide open inside the 30.
Yeah, and I like the formation that time. They go 2 tights, 2 wides, and a single back. So they fake stretch to the wide side, and then this is a play that Josh Allen would love to have back. He lost some fundamentals right there. On the play action, he came around. Instead of getting his shoulders square, he did, and he threw across his body. Ball went incomplete.
Under 5 to play. We'll fake the now screen. Woods straight ahead to the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. Matautia with the hit. And a big play coming up now for the Pokes.
Yeah, and Roy, I think you're in. I'd even say Wyoming could go for it on 4th down here. If they don't get the necessary yardage, the entire 8 yards, they may go for it on 4th as well.
Cooper Roth does have a live leg. He's 5 for 6 this year in the field goal department. Nico Evans back on the field on 3rd down.
James Price to our side of the camera, down low.
Allen will try to run for it, and he can't get there. Ushered out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And we'll see what Craig Bohl decides to do, and it looks like the field goal unit trotting on the field.
Well, Josh Allen got some crucial yardage there for his kicker, and he had James Price open, just the window open just for a moment. He elected to pump fake, pull it down, and try to get the yardage himself, but it is a long kick here for Roth.
He'll line it up from the right hash. Sophomore from Colorado. On the way, plenty of distance. And he got it. No, he didn't. And the score remains 21-21.
Well, a cold night. The ball doesn't fly as well as you'd like. Roth hits it well, and it just carries left. No good. We're still tied.
We're deadlocked at 21. Tom Ramsey, Roy Philpott, a late night in Laramie, a stutter step for St. Just, and a burst of speed. A gain of 7, maybe 8 on 1st down. St. Just now goes over the century mark for the 8th time in his career.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Hawaii, you're not in any kind of hurry. You got a timeout to work with. And a tie ball game, trying to steal one on the road to begin Mountain West Conference play.
St. Just hobbled off that time.
Soa checks back in, 48 in white. Quick strike, pass is caught, 1st down. So Barker continues his good work tonight. 7 receptions for the 6'4", number 80 in white, Ammon Barker.
Well, Drew Brown is quietly having a really good night. 29 of 38, 280 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but the ball placement that time to Barker, right on the numbers. Barker, 7 receptions, 55 yards, and he has been a nice outlet for Brown tonight.
And Brown has done such a great job managing this game. In the seam, and it's caught. A leaping grab. Dylan Collie, and now they're going to rule that it hit the turf and incomplete. When the ball popped out of there at the last second.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Second down.
Dylan Collie really took a shot here. They try to get the ball down the seam again, and Andrew Winger just dislodges the ball away from the receiver. He comes in, and one of the top tacklers in the nation and the Mountain West Conference just jars the ball loose.
Short pickup on second down. Winger's had himself quite a ball game. Interception prevented a Hawaii score to start this second half. Dislodged the football in that last play. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, big down here. 2:03 left. Cole McDonald comes in. Little wrinkle, an interesting wrinkle with 3rd and 7. He's been a runner.
Tuiasoa also in there as the running back. Crowd comes to life. And the keeper for McDonald. Needed 7, picked up 2. Garrett Crawl prevented the first down, and outstanding defense by the Pokes.
Great play that time by the redshirt freshman Crawl, who really just maintains leverage at the end of the line of scrimmage and holds the edge well, and makes them play really inside out. You see him kind of slide down, and as a defensive end, he did exactly how he's coached to play that.
Gaudian will punt this one inside his own 40. Conway retreats with some real estate into the open. And Conway, lasso from behind, moves it all the way up to the 42-yard line. A punt of 51, a return of 37. That's almost like a turnover.
That's a great momentum shift there. They actually get a nice punt, but Conway does a great job fielding the ball and then makes a couple people miss, and again, making football plays. And right there, he gives his team an opportunity now with this great return. You have a great opportunity with 1:02 left, 2 timeouts, and you got Josh Allen at the controls.
And that was the punter, Stan Gaudian, that made that tackle. Otherwise, Conway's probably still running. An opportunity for Josh Allen to be the hero. Couple of timeouts to work with on first down. Backside pressure. Down he goes. Shalani Tavai.
Well, great pressure.
Timeout.
Off the
Wyoming.
edge.
Their second of the half.
And then
this will be a
Tavai.
30-second timeout. 30 seconds.
Tavai just, again, rushing from that middle linebacker position, just filling the gap and making the final hit on Allen. And boy, I'll tell you, that is just good defense right there.
So after the Wyoming timeout, the Cowboys with 1 remaining, 57 ticks on the clock in a tie game. A conference opener for both sides. Rainbow Warriors rush 3. Allen flings it down the field. In and out of the hands of Johnson again. Well, Tommy's got 10 catches coming into this game tonight, and he's dropped at least 4 off the top of my head so far.
Well, and we talked about Josh Allen pressing. Maybe C.J. Johnson's pressing too. He has to fill the shoes of Tanner Gentry, a 1,300-yard receiver who graduated and is now playing with the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of pressure. You got to get separation from guys. You got to get yourself open.
51 seconds left. 3rd and 15. Conservative play call. Ahead to the 40-yard line, and we could be looking at some free football here.
Well, a real conservative play call, and you're going to get a timeout from Hawaii.
Rainbow Warriors will utilize their final timeout.
Hawaii, their final timeout of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
Chance perhaps for Ursua to get his hands on the ball one more time. And a running catch. Just past the 25 after a 32-yard boot. So let's see if Hawaii wants to be aggressive. 38 seconds left. How aggressive do you get here?
I think you stay pretty aggressive. They have been aggressive all night long, and I think Drew Brown has been doing a great job taking care of the ball, with the exception of one throw tonight. And again, if they get the coverage they want, he will strike.
Jumbo set. Handoff St. Just already over the century mark. It could be the final play of our 4th quarter. It's never easy to get that first conference victory. The opener for both sides tonight. It has gone back and forth a couple of times.
We knew it was going to be close coming in. And I joked at halftime with you, partner. I said, Dad, we're probably going to OT here. Of course.
I love it when you get it right. You've done that a lot this season. Craig Bowl. Nick Rolovich will try to get the troops together again and see who wants it more. End of regulation. A late night in Laramie. We are tied at 21. You see the last overtime games for both sides. Play action. Allen looking deep. Floats it. Passes. Caught for the touchdown. James Price, first catch of the season. Broke his collarbone in fall camp. Now he's healthy, and he showed up big right there.
And the guy that told me he was going to show out tonight was the quarterback, Josh Allen. I talked to him in pregame. I said, hey, you got to be happy. James Price is back. He said he's going to step up for us tonight and make a play. And sure enough, first overtime, first play, Allen doing what he does best on the run. The kick is good, and connecting with James Price, that's a heck of a throw.
28-21. That's got to feel good for Price. All important extra point is good, and Allen just kind of lobbed it towards Pater.
Well, you know, that's really a marksman type of a throw. As much as it's a lob, it is a precision throw by him, and that's what he does best. You know, they showed action away, and they fake run. They just kind of fake zone run to the field, and then it's Allen who ends up running a bit of a boot, and he got his shoulders squared up, Roy. More importantly, he squared up his shoulders and threw an excellent ball to the back of the end zone.
And you wonder, is that the play that gets Wyoming going? Is that the play that turns the fortunes around for Josh Allen?
Hawaii's been tough to stop tonight. Drew Brown's done a great job. He's been 29 of 39 tonight, 280 yards, touchdown, and 1 interception.
Rainbow Warriors need a touchdown to keep it going. St. Just stumbles ahead to the 15. He's been battling cramps most of the evening. And just a gritty performance for number 22 in white.
Tuiasoa back in. Ryan Tuiasoa has had a nice night himself, and St. Just really gutting it out here, making a nice run up inside and trying to get every yard he could there. And remember, Tuiunga at the bottom of the screen, number 7, the tight end, flexed out.
Barker to the bottom of the screen. Has plenty of real estate down there. Brown looking his way. Pass is tipped, and it's picked off, and that's the ball game. Maluia, the hero. 28-21 the final, and the Cowboys win their Mountain West Conference opener in overtime.
Drew Brown tries to get the ball out. It's batted up in the air, and then I believe it was Garrett Krall who got his hand up. Sure enough, batted the ball in the air.
On a game featuring so many twists and turns, Wyoming will hold serve at home. Devastating loss for the Rainbow Warriors on the road. College football final coming up next. What a performance for Wyoming. An overtime victory. Cowboys improved to 2-2. Hawaii falls to 2-2 on the season. Good night from Laramie.